Welcome to StarTalks powered by Advotalks. Today we have with us our most esteemed guest, Dr. Anup Tiwari. He is a distinguished technology lawyer and visiting lecturer at IP University with a prominent role at NIC Legal World. His expertise lies in the domain of cybersecurity audit, making him a notable figure in the technology and the legal practice. With a deep understanding of the complexities surrounding the technology and cybersecurity, Mr. Tiwari brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. His insights and expertise are sure to enrich any discussion on the intersection of law, technology, and cybersecurity. Today, he has joined us at StarTalks to express his views on unraveling cyber threats and exploring the world of online safety. I should admit that I am quite excited to host him. With that, I warmly welcome Dr. Anup Tiwari to our talk show, Star Talks, powered by Advotalks. Welcome to the show, Dr. Anup Tiwari, sir.
Yeah, I very much thankful for the team of Advotalks and Mr. Siraj for inviting me here and have some words.
Let's start with the fundamental understanding, sir. What makes the global cyber and technological advancements a critical concern today for the individuals and the societies?
The thing is, why this is becoming more critical day by day and why it is important to discuss is that the level of advancement we can see on a daily basis, the level of improvement in the technologies. Like in every second day, we just can see in the news that some new AI is coming, and the previous AI rule is being overpassed and surpassed, and some functions is being outdated. And AI is that much powerful that is now forcing entire world to change its algorithm of laws. But before going to into deep, I would like to just discuss the basics of cyber world, AI, technologies, so that our viewers get to know that actually how what is this. We may talking about the cyber world and AI and all, but where it started and how things happens, that actually matters. So basically, the internet, the cyber world was initially developed with the motive of communication. When someone want to as we can just communicate through the mobile phone, we can see that we have a signals, we have a particular signal set on a particular area, so that catches and all. But through the internet, what we done, we just connected the devices through wires. Initially it was connected through wires, and wire to wire we were communicating. And already as we can see that things before that, things are started with a computer, and computer started with the language, and that language was started with the 0 to 9. That 0 to 9 was initially then rectified and converted into particular language, and then it was being programmed as a computer softwares and all. And then we developed at that, when we were at that a stage that we have a program, we have a set language. The humans then started thinking about the communicating through that. Actually, whatever I am doing on my system, on my laptop, on my devices, that I want to give, I want to share with you. So how I can do that? So that was started with the wires. And when the role of wires decreases, by the way, in the actual world, the entire internet is connected with the wires only. There is a huge numbers of wires installed in the oceans in around the globe. And as you maybe probably Mr. Siraj and I'm connected through the Wi-Fi, but that Wi-Fi ultimately connected through the wires. So we should first of all understand that what is it we talking about. So we are talking about the cyber world, and this cyber world is connected through the wires only, basically. And this connectivity is being presented through the programs, and the programs is coded with some language, some codes, which defines or which um uh, I can say being presented. Like if you want to convey some message to me, what you can like whatever you typing right now and what answer you expecting, in what my manner you answer expecting, that everything is directed to a particular program, that software, and that software particularly collect your information and convey that thing to me. And what we do, we just communicate majorly through the emails. So in that email we have a particular portion of area where we can put the email addresses, the area where we can attach the files. So this is the development of internet. You can see in the coming future days you will be in a better position directly. Like, by the way, no one can predict the future exactly, but at the cyber law, what I can say, what I can confirm you, is that the day is not much far that when we not need to type everything, we will be in a better position to just to like, if I need to send a message to you, Mr. Siraj, what I will do, I will just say anything like, by the way, this is basically, this is already initiated, this kind of technology, that I will say send a mail to Mr. Siraj that I'm not going to available in this meeting at that particular time. Sorry for that inconvenience message. But later on in the years, you will see that I will personally, in the just a one click button, I will appear before your mobile phone in like, and my entire persona will be appearing for just like a Hollywood films and all. So that's just a development I'm talking about. That this development can happen in the cyber world. Okay. Now, why it is critical for the common people? Like I'm just segregating these topics differently. Why it is important for the individuals as for the corporates. So for individuals, is that like a there is a lot of laws are involved, and there is a lot of breaches as involved, which may affect your life entirely, very critically. First is that as an individual, you may be very concerned about your privacy, your data, your security, your intellectual property, your misuse of pictures, your misuse of data, bank funds. Everything is connected through the this digital world right now. Everything is now digitalized now. And when I say digitalized, again, I don't want to confuse the audience. It's like the digitalization is nothing, just making things happen on the cyber world. Like if there is a digital currency is there, nope, there is no physical currency available for that digital currency. That is just a particular number which is available in a particular system on a particular server. If you purchasing a particular bitcoin, that bitcoin is containing only with the numbers only, and that numbers can be changed through a particular. So that's why I'm advocating, and from the like from last several years, is that bitcoin is ultimately going to be a blender for the world. This is not a safe at all. And also, nothing available on the internet is safe and cannot be entirely secured. At one stage, everything can be compromised on the internet, everything. Even if you have a particular file on your mobile phone, that your mobile phone and your data is only safe until you have not connected your internet. That doesn't matter that you have given your assent to that particular app or not, but there is a lot of system that we may in the future series or in the future episode we going to discuss that the security thing of the cyber world. But again, coming back to the picture, that why it is critical for the individual, right? It is critical because like your lives is involved, your cybersecurity is involved, and your money is involved. Nobody want to lose that. Like if you losing money without your intention, or that just happening to you, nothing can be more disgraceful than this thing. You can just see a mobile phone and you just reading a message that my 1 lakh rupees is deducted from my account for this purpose. So like previously, like you will think about that, like I was very much happy before the era of this internet, my money was safe much enough. Like, but why Modi ji is and our country is advocating so much on the digital money if they cannot protect this money? So that's why at the same time, internet is very vital for the development of human being. On the second, and the second part is that like the cyber security need to be more stronger day by day. The thing is, the cyber threats and the I can say the people behind uh, doing the bad jobs on the internet, okay, the hackers and all these people, they just crack each and every day new codes. They crack every day the new algorithms which you set previously. Like if you have a cybersecurity advisor, if you have a cybersecurity, okay, a team with you, then there's a strong possibility in the future that can be compromised too, that can be breached too, actually. So that's why what we just need is that once in a article for some media network, I also mentioned that India instantly needs a cyber commission. This is not enough for the world or for the India that we just made a particular laws, we just made IT laws, we just made a IT rules and all. No, to cope up with the technological advancement, we just need instantly, without losing a time, we need a cyber commission in India, which will be dealing the developments and which will be dealing with the happening around the globe or around the India. Like, by the way, if the cyber commission going to establish India, absolutely, but India may lead this by establishing cyber commission. As we discuss about the development around the globe, Europe, even Europe is much far ahead again, in compare of the US and China. they they are very much strict in imposing the penalty on the corporations when the breaches happens, whether this is against for the individual or corporations or not. We can see in the news that like a Facebook got fined in the billions, Twitter fined in the billions and all, Google fined for that. So the cyber security is critical for the individual just because the money is involved. No, everything is involved. Your privacy is involved, your intellectual property is involved, your identity is involved. So these are the critical concern for the individuals. Yeah.
Right. So, sir, you have kind of, very crystal clearly explained the evaluation of the from the age of computer, how it was developed, and also you have touched upon multiple facets of the advancement of the be it technology as well as the cyber technology when we speak in specific. So also you have connected upon multiple geographies, like how the advancements are happening and why the individuals and societies are actually understanding the importance of this thing. So with what I could get from you, so you have highlighted multiple threats that are associated, especially with the advancements of the technology and the cyber technology in specific. And today we can see the in the era of artificial intelligence as well, like the digital era. So what exactly are the strategies that can be used to mitigate the emerging threats effectively, Anup sir?
First of all, like, everyone needs to know that what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing that just a language, that kind of a programming which is providing the services of language. Okay, there is a thousands of websites available on the internet. What artificial intelligence as like a chat GPT and all, by the way, artificial intelligence is being used in the different domains. So I'm starting that what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is particularly a, programmed body which is directed to collect the information and deliver that. Assume that there is a chat GPT and there is a Gemini from the Google. If uh, chat GPT is that, you will ask that like a, please tell me the best prime minister of India, please tell me the best chief justice of India. So if the top five websites on the available on the internet, which are if they these five websites is naming a particular justice, the chat GPT will answer that like this is artificial intelligence. So how this artificial intelligence work is that this will name that particular person which was named in the top five website. This will collect the information from these websites. If after some time these five websites or these top websites or like references change the name, artificial intelligence will tell you that look, this is the best Chief Justice now. So your answer is gonna varied day by day, time to time. Now you have a clear idea that how these language models works. Second thing is that if we talk about the artificial intelligence robotics, I will touch the other part too, like a programming in the corporations. If artificial intelligence in the robotics, that robot is something which is programmed, which is guided through the codes, through the language that you have to act in this. If someone is directing you, then you have to respond in this way, in this manner. So that robot will do whatever it was like. It was as it was like it was guided as per the directions by the maker of that robot. Now this is nothing more than that. But if something coming out of the course, then what that artificial intelligence robot will do, as you can just previously, if someone in the audience may have seen that news or that video coming from the Dubai, that UI developed a robot. That robot, I can't recall that name of particular robot. That was like a media lady from a media was talking in front of that robot. That robot just touched her like a back part. So the thing is, that robot was not guided enough for the respect, integrity, and kind of a thing. As you can just recall that robot movie from the Rajnikant, you can see these artificial intelligence robot is only limited with the knowledge provided to them, and they need to be. I'm not like a criticizing, but the thing is, as a speaker, as a discussion, we need to discuss both pro and cons, what they can do. But the ultimate thought of mine is that we should be very limited with these kind of advancement. No one can replace humans when we talk about the artificial intelligence. But the thing is, the major pro of the artificial intelligence that they can improve the efficiency. They can improve, like they can reduce your time cost. They can help you. Few years back, we can see that like China was implemented artificial intelligence in their judicial system, but that was failed. How? That artificial intelligence was like a something like this. There is a law, there is a fact. If this kind of a fact will come in the particular case, you will pronounce this judgment. But in the real court, what we can see in that, if we successfully justifying that that particular fact was happened, that particular fact or that particular thing was happened due to this, so there is a reason, there is a rationale behind that. So that robot not gonna get that. That the, what was the rationale behind that particular act. So why China failed in the artificial intelligence implementation of artificial intelligence in the judicial system? Because that was limited and that cannot be covered. The human emotions, the reasoning behind the law, that cannot be covered in the robotics artificial intelligence. So I'm very much comfortable that whatever advancement is happening artificial intelligence, that is very good enough. But at the same time, we as a human being, we need to understand there is a lot of negative thing also happening with the artificial, which we need to cope up with. That's why we need a particular body to just restrict these kind of activity instantly. As if I just recall few days back, is that like there is a Rashmika Mandana video was circulating, and Amitabh Bachchan just retweeted and raised a concern. Entire Indian government was just shaked right that in that day. The thing is, that was just made by just clicks. Like if you just destroying someone dignity in just in this simple manner, that like how our society can be assumed to be protected in any manner. So in this way, I just want to say that like yes, artificial intelligence is very good enough, and but we need to understand that at the same time also one more thing coming to my mind, that like there is a few legal drawbacks of this use of artificial intelligence. There is a breach of data privacy. There is a breach of intellectual property rights. If you trying to get the result from artificial intelligence, you may be violating someone's data privacy, because unintentionally, by the way, if that particular artificial intelligence body, chat gpt and gemini and all, providing you the data which you have just asked for that, if they are providing you data by collecting someone's information which is not presumed to be known by you, then you also, with that particular body artificial intelligence, you also committing the data privacy law. So you may be convicted for that. We need to understand that sometimes we also unintentionally we may prosecuted for these kind of a things.
Right. Right.
And if I talk about the intellectual property, so intellectual property is that like a someone's content, there is a lot of types of intellectual properties that if someone's content is already protected, and that protected artificial your content IPR is content protected, and artificial intelligence is covering and providing you the data, and you just using that with that particular artificial intelligence, you also committing the wrong of intellectual property. Yeah.
Great, sir. You have touched upon multiple aspects of the IPR as well as the multiple threats that we may expect as a society. So I wanted to understand from you, sir. Can you share some examples of how the technological innovation has positively transformed the human lives and societal functions?
Absolutely. There is a, I can say there is a hundreds of examples is there. But before COVID era, this was moving like a little slowly. But instantly in the COVID era, we can see that there is a spurt growth in the technological advancement, especially in the cyber world. By the way, there is a huge difference between technological development and cyber world, like a cyber development. When we use particular technology on the communication mode, on the cyber mode, on the internet, that happens with the technological developments. As I'm a lawyer, I would like to touch first of all the judicial advancement and judicial like a what we featured into is that we used to visit the high court physically only. There was no other mode available on the high court, supreme courts, and any tribunal. But now on a same day, we can appear on the like a many courts at the same day. Yes, that happening. So for us, that is feasible enough. Previously, before the advancement of these technologies, we were used to visit the file, a case, uh, only through the physical mode. Like sometime if there is a correction is there, there is a rectification in the appeal and all, we need to file it before the court, particular court physically only. Now, like we get the liberty to file it online only. So now this is just like a saving our time, saving our resources. Yes, that is happening. Client can see directly, like sometimes client is also allowed to see the litigation by the online mode. They can appear before the court. Yes, that is the major, I can say, the feature of this technological advancement in the judicial system. Now, Supreme Court is very focusing, like a Supreme Court is really one of the best court around the globe, which is focusing on the technological advancements. Like we just recently at the Supreme Court launched a separate portal which is equipped with free information of the case laws. That is helping us. Also, like there is a artificial intelligence involved in the filing system. If there is a like is if I'm a lawyer, I will talk first of all of these things. There is a defect in a particular case, that automatically you will get a mail that these are the defect available right now, you can rectify that. So this is saving a lot of time, by the way, and resources. And then if I come to the individual one, of course this is saving a time. Previously you need to visit particular electric office, like if you have to submit your money to your electricity board, you need to just go and you just need to take a leave entirely from your office to just submit that fees. Now you can just pay pay your any fees in just clicks. Now for the corporations, we need to understand that the compliances is now decreases, the paperwork now decreases, but at the same time the responsibility of corporations now increasing day by day. There is a lot of rules which is a guiding tool for the corporations which they need to comply with if they want to just exist in the business. If I talk about the artificial intelligence advancement, so yes, this is helping us in a major way, in a way where we can be more transparent, where we can be more equipped with knowledge, more equipped with resources. Now if you have any particular query, if any individual want to just rectify that this news is valid or not, this particular FIR is valid or not, you have thousands of applications, you have thousands of resources to check that. You just need to be very much vigilant in this cyber world. Yeah, so that's all. By the way, there is a, if I talk about the advancement, like it may take like a days to discuss that, but still in a very precise manner I'm discussing this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we'll probably take the last question for this particular part. Like, why is it critical for corporations to stay abreast of the technological advancements and ensure compliance with relevant regulations?
Absolutely. In the last questions part, I was just trying to cover, like, was discussing about this thing. Why corporate need to be vigilant about the compliances? What compliances we are talking about? There is a IT rules is there. If you are an entity and dealing with the thousands and crores of people, dealing with the data of the thousands of crores of people, then you need to be very much aware of that, how you need to protect it, and how you can ensure that this data cannot be compromised. Previously we can see in the last few months is that, like, few I don't want to name, actually the thing is that matter is prejudice before court. um in the Europe, various companies got fined by the commissions available there for the data breach. If they collected the information and they just promising that, like, you are our valued customer and your data don't get, like, won't get compromised, then that's your duty to first of all protect that data. But this is not only regarding the protection of data, this is regarding the entire operations of corporations. You accepting the application, you accepting the system, you just modifying, the modification happening in the corporations need to be upgraded, need to be up to dated. If you are a, like a if a particular corporate is filing tax, then you need to be well aware of that this particular thing is happening now, how you need to file a particular return in this way. So in the compliance part, I just want to, in a limited, we don't have much time right now, but I want to sum up in this manner. There is a lot of laws are there which is guided, which is guiding tool for the corporation. They need to be comply with comply with, so that they can run their business efficiently, smoothly. Otherwise, if they don't comply with these guidelines, they may be heavily penalized.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for bringing that importance of considering the regulatory aspects and why compliance is much important for the corporates, as you mentioned. And we would be continuing the discussion in the further episode as well. So that's about today's episode of Star Talks with Dr. Anup Tiwari, which brings a lot of insights on unraveling cyber threats, exploring the world of online safety. Stay connected. We would also be covering more topics on cyber threats with Dr. Anup. Look for the other episode. Thank you.